Here we go. How you doing, man? There's a lot going on in this parking lot, huh? Now, I usually have cars delivered in front of my house, but with it being so late, we thought it was best to just have it in this open parking lot over here. All right, and here goes the 85 500 SEC. All right, it starts. That's a start. We drove it up there, so I know it drives. It moved. Let's check that other side. I hear a little backfire. Uh-oh. Might be a problem with the idle. What did I just buy? Well, here it is. Yeah, the 500 SEC, 1985. It made it home safe. Wow. So I had to add some fuel to it. The previous owner did say that there was a fuel pump that was replaced. And it kept stalling out when trying to drive and come to a stop. It would tend to stall. So we had to keep giving it gas. So that's typically a fuel pressure issue. Oh man, all the way from California, baby. Welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home. California love, baby. California love. Okay, so this car came with a lot of parts. As you can see here laid out in the yard, a lot of nice parts. So that's very nice. The trunk looks good. There's no rust. Just that California dirt. That heat has dried out the inside. I always recommend tinting these rear windows, the back window, well, all the windows. But especially it's imperative with that back window because everything dries out and fades real bad. And I'm gonna show you that here in a second. But this trunk looks really good. These are nice cleaning, but there's no rust. Everything is here that's supposed to be here. Got your spare there. All right, looks good. Looks real good. I didn't see any rust in there when I looked earlier. This is the Euro spec. Let's see. All right. All right, so everything that's back here is real brittle. There were some speakers that he had laid across the top with a little shelf, a little wooden tray or shelf. That came out, but everything black back there is the speakers themselves, the trim around the speakers. And these seats right here were not broken up like this until I started pushing on them. You see that? Very brittle, very brittle. And then this right here, this brake light was perfect until I touched it, and then it just started breaking apart. Very brittle. And it's common for these to be, you know, broken, but I hate to be the one that actually broke it. As soon as I touched it, the stuff just started falling apart. I'm gonna stop there, but it just like literally broke as soon as I bumped it. It just started breaking apart. So that's what I'm talking about regarding how things are real brittle. This leather is worn, it's dried out, you can't save it. It has to be reupholstered. And I love this color, but it is faded. It is worn, it is damaged. Can't save that. Good bones though, but gotta reupholster it. And it's that pretty interior too. I love this color. I love this color on black especially. The wood itself is done. Can't really save that, not the exterior of it. And then his dash is going to be redone. Yeah. He said that the sunroof actually does work. He said once you start driving it, things just start functioning again, but it is pushed down right here. So that needs to be given attention to. It is black. It was repainted. Not a good paint job. I can definitely admit to that. I'm gonna wash it and see how bad it is, but I can see the sand marks in it. I don't know if this camera will pick it up. Not with this direct sun on there like that, I can't really get a good picture. But you can see the swirl marks from where it was prepped and sanded and whatnot. But you know, I know how to paint cars, so that's not a big deal for me. But all in all, so far so good. There's no leaks up underneath. It's been sitting here for, I guess, 2 days. No leaks. All right. So definitely needs some adjustments, some paint, some redo, some of this, some of that. But it is a 500 SEC Euro. So far, so good. All right, so it started. Just a little bit of a putter, little put, then it smoothed out. All right, I'm about to fix that. Hey, I know these doors sometimes are hard to close and line up properly. It takes 2 hands to open up this hood, so hold on. All right, let's see what I have. This mug, 1222. It's March. Is this even the right battery? This motherfucker. He made me pay $180 for a battery that's not even the right battery. ain't gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed in that. Initially, he was gonna pay half of the money for the battery. I was gonna pay the other half. Then out of the blue, he said, "Can you send me the full amount? This is my car." That wasn't the agreement. The fact that it was in California, I'm here in Ohio waiting for the car to get delivered, I had to bow down. That's some BS. It's not even the right size battery. That's some crap. Now what my fluid levels look like. There's more water in there than coolant. Does this look right to y'all? Does anything about this look fishy? All right, guys, so the craziest thing just happened to me. I decided to jump in this 500 SEC and take it for a spin. So I take it down this windy road over here in my neighborhood back into the wooded area. It's like a nice drive, very windy up and down. And as I left my street, it stalled out. Okay, it had initially good power, and then it stalled out. So I started it back up, and then I got back. I got to driving down this road, and most of it is going down, and then returning is coming back up. So I started losing power going down, where if I gave it acceleration, it tends to like lose power if I press on the accelerator. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna finish this drive. Well, turning around and coming back up, I had absolutely no power. I mean, it was trying to stall out and die. And of course, the more gas you give it, the more it was going to die. I came home going about 5 miles per hour the whole way, going uphill. Oh, I called my wife. That's why I didn't record it, because I was on the phone with my wife just in case I didn't make it. And so I got it home. Thankfully, the police was not called. The fire department wound up coming behind me. And unfortunately, I didn't have a turn signal or hazard lights, because probably that relay is not working. And so I couldn't even turn on my hazard lights or my turn signal once I got to my street. Anyhow, I made it home safe. So I decided to take that cover off right there, the intake filter cover, whatever, and to take a look and see what I have. So I decided to go first thing I decided to do was, consider spark. And so I went to the spark plugs. Well, lo and behold, this spark plug was just kind of like dangling around, where when I touched it, it just kind of like popped off. I was like, oh, it wasn't even connected. Okay, problem number one. Problem number two, well, look at this one. So we have two spark plugs that's not connected. One wire is actually broken. This spark plug is not working. And so this is the culprit. All right, you can't get good good power with 2 out of 8 spark plugs not working, not connected. Well, there goes the issue right there. Well, that's the beginning of my issues. So what do I have to do? Well, all new spark plugs, new wires. All right, well, it's part of ownership, part of buying something used from California, getting it shipped here in Ohio, and something that's been sitting for some years and hasn't been driven. This is all a part of it. But yeah, I wish I could have recorded the fear and the anxiety that I had when trying to drive this rascal back home. Goodness gracious. But I made it. I made it. Gotta be careful. All right, so we have here an obvious exhaust leak. Get a little closer, you can see the exhaust coming out the bottom. You also have an unsteady idle, misfire. That's all associated that I can pinpoint confidently to the spark plugs. This right here is obvious. Hold that little resonator slash muffler part. And like I said, the spark plugs are, one is damaged and the other is well, they obviously need to be replaced. But here we go. Yeah, one wire is actually torn and the other spark plug is not connected. You can hear the noise from the fuel pump back here. It's an obvious whine. It's a brand new fuel pump. I don't know why it's so noisy. I hate that. This right here needs to be replaced. That lock was actually removed. Here go the parts. It's a project, guys. I'm looking forward to it.